Hello, everyone. This is Aaron St. Dennis, the FF Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Mad Science Lab podcast. Today, we're continuing on with the My Tiers series, and here to break down some redraft quarterbacks is Dave Heilman. Dave, thanks for joining me again.
I appreciate you inviting me on. Talking about some redraft. People see Dynasty dorks and they leave me out, and I get upset.
Yeah. I guess it's who was it? The last guy I had on, Michael Sicoli. He was IDP guys, and he says everyone gets blackballed. He said he doesn't even write IDP. He writes just like redraft content for them, and because they're IDP guys, everyone just assumes he does only IDP. So it happens. You want to take a second, tell everyone, where they can find your work, even though it's not just Dynasty?
Yeah, it's you can give me at sportsgamblingpodcast.com or SGPN Fantasy Football. It's on YouTube. And then you can follow me at Dynasty Dorks on Twitter or TikTok.
I filmed a couple of these back to back, and I've made the mistake of leaving an open Pringles container to my left. And now every time I'm not talking, I'm going, just a Pring. Nope. Got to stop snacking between shows here. All right, let's get right into it. We got some redraft quarterbacks starting off hot. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's got to go elite. Unfortunately, got the Madden, but Madden curse hasn't been so bad lately.
I seen that. Someone in my league posted that earlier and said, I see Josh Allen got the cover of Madden, so he's officially available in trade. So, holy shit. Wow, people really take that serious. But
yeah, I mean, it hasn't been as much of an issue lately, so we'll be good with it. And he's absolutely elite. Not only do you get the big arm and the passing volume, you get the rushing ability, and that's what puts him in this category. Really safe floor and really high ceiling.
Moving on to Jacoby Brissett.
Oof. I mean.
Yeah, oof.
Yeah. What's the bottom territory there?
Bad. I know they don't let me make the writing any bigger. It's elite, great, good, average, below average, and bad.
Yeah, let's put him in the bad category. I don't think he's anyone you're really trying to start, and even in your super flex leagues, he's going to be a bottom of the line starter. It's a good situation in Washington if he gets the job, but you don't even know if he's going to get the job. It's going to be could be a mixed bag all year. No thanks.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's great. And he's borderline elite. I know you can't do that in this exercise, but he's borderline.
Yeah. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is kind of the epitome of mid, so put him at the average category.
I can't disagree with that.
He's kind of like used to be Andy Dalton was the midpoint, and so like the midpoint right now is kind of like Derek Carr.
I like that. Kirk Cousins.
Good.
All right, he is good. He's got a lot of weapons, so he has more ceiling, I think, than Carr, but he's probably just a slightly upgraded version. Justin Fields.
He's in the good category. I'm not going to put him in the great category. I know he's got the upside, but we still need some passing volume to go with that rushing, especially in your 6-point rushing, your 6-point passing touchdown leagues.
Jimmy G, assuming he's healthy and plays.
Put him with Carr. He's average.
All right. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith is good. I'm going to put him in the good category. Yeah, he's probably not a QB1, even though he was QB1 last year, but pretty safe floor.
Jared Goff.
Good.
Yeah, pretty simple. This tier is kind of the good tier should be called the boring tier. They're just kind of safe.
These are my guys that are your perfect QB2 and super flex. These are your late round quarterbacks in one quarterback formats. And, you're going to probably get 4,500 to 5,000 yards passing. Not a whole lot of rushing minus Fields. Yeah. And for Fields, you're probably going to get 900, rushing yards. But can you get over 3,000, passing and 30 touchdowns. We'll see.
Justin Fields.
Good.
Sorry, Justin Herbert.
Great.
I was like, wait, he's already on the board. Yeah. Justin Herbert, I definitely like in the great tier. I think he could be in the elite tier eventually if he's healthy and if his receivers stay healthy. I think there's definitely enough firepower for him to move up there, but I like that. Sam Howell.
We'll put him at bad as well. I like the weapons there, but again, it's a messy scenario, and I wouldn't be surprised if these guys split the season. I just don't know what's going to happen there.
You're not all that high on the Washington quarterback room, hey?
Well, I mean, I just did I looked at the wins, losses, and the Washington football team is the Commanders are the fourth best odds to have the worst record in football this year.
I think I like the football team better than the Commanders anyway. So, Jalen Hurts.
Elite.
Yeah, not much to argue there. Lamar Jackson.
He's tough. I'm gonna put him at. I'm gonna put him at great. And he's one that I'm really struggling with, but elite. I mean,
struggling to move him down or struggling to move him up?
Struggling to move him up. So okay. I think he
the
is.
Bridge?
Yeah, he's in the bridge, and I think the great and elite category is tough because with Lamar Jackson, he's missed a bunch of games recently. We want to see what he looks like in this new offense. I think the new offense is going to be good for him. They said they're not going to strip him of his superpower, his rushing, but we'll see. It's just you got to be able to be, availability is the best ability, and he hasn't been available the last couple of years. So great, not elite. Only going to give that to a couple guys.
Daniel Jones.
Good.
Yeah, I think the rushing ability is what moves him up above Derek Carr and Jimmy G into the goods. Trey Lance.
Oof. We don't even know what Trey Lance is. I'll be honest. I don't know where he is. We'll put him at average just because it's just chalk. I mean, I don't know what he's going to be.
Trevor Lawrence.
Great.
Yeah, that Jags offense could be something special. I definitely think he fits in this tier. Like I said, I think Lamar's probably the bridge between the top two tiers with these guys right behind him. Next up, Will Levis.
Yeah, another guy we don't know. I'm going to put below average. I need to see it.
Yeah. Jordan Love.
Average.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on Love, and his weapons aren't the greatest, so I think average is being generous, but he's definitely in that range. Mac Jones.
I'm going to put Mac Jones below average. We've seen Mac Jones on the field. I do like the Bill O'Brien upgrade, but for fantasy football purposes, he just doesn't offer much. That just doesn't offer much.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick Mahomes.
Elite.
Figured as much. Didn't even wait. Nothing to say there. Baker Mayfield.
Below average.
Well, I think that's probably being kind to Baker.
Let's put him down to bad. Let's be honest. Let's move him down to bad.
Kyler, an interesting case for this year's redraft.
Yeah, let's put Kyler to great. I think this year is going to be a down year. I think he's a good target if you're a rebuilding team. They could probably get Marvin Harrison Jr. next year. I think he's a great fantasy option, but not this year.
For redraft, then what are you ranking him?
Oh, for redraft? My bad. For redraft, I'm going to put below average. And here's my reasoning. I don't think he plays much this year.
I don't either. And that's the only reason I double checked what you thought for redraft, because I don't think it sounded like you don't think he plays much, and obviously you don't. So
there's no reason to. They could easily go 0-17. This is a terrible football team. And if they're 0-8 and he's coming back and the doctor says he can play, why would you put him out on the field?
I don't think they will. So I agree. Kenny Pickett.
Average.
Yeah, he's kind of just unexciting. I think I like him better than Lance, Love, and Jimmy, but I think his ceiling might be Derek Carr and that's a scary sentence in itself.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Good.
He is good. That's a really boring tier, but like you said, that's QB2 heaven right there. So
Yeah. I mean, those are guys that your late quarterback ones.
yeah. Brock Purdy.
Average.
If you knew he was going to be ready for week 1, would he be higher?
No. I mean, he's not going to be. He's 200. You look. I think one game he had more than 2 touchdowns, but it's like Jimmy Garoppolo again. It's just 200 yards, like literally 200, like 198 to 205, and 2 passing touchdowns. QB 15, like every single week.
Yeah, I'm not all that high on him myself. Anthony Richardson, one of the more interesting ones for this year.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting one. Let's go to average. I think in one quarterback leagues, you could take him as your QB2 because he's going to be a really late pick, high upside, grab. But as your QB2 in super flex leagues, like that's a very risky pick.
Yeah, you're going to need a quarterback 3.
Yeah.
Which you probably need anyway in super flex, but he's very, very risky. Desmond Ridder.
Average. He averaged, pretty decent amount of he didn't rush as much as Marcus Mariota, but he passed more. He's got a decent set of weapons with Bijan, Drake London, and everything. I don't think he's going to light the world on fire, but because, like, similar to Brock Purdy, he's a great situation. And then he also adds a little bit of rushing upside, but he did not rush that much last year in the games that he played.
Aaron Rodgers.
Good.
Everyone's I get it, he's an upgrade on what the Jets had last year, but everyone's boosting up the Jets receivers like Aaron Rodgers is just like he's still a prime era Aaron Rodgers. I think he's an upgrade on the garbage they had last year, but I think he's definitely good at best. I don't think he's going to be a huge difference maker this year. Stafford
average.
Yeah, the injuries scare me. I don't know how much he stays on the field.
He was really bad last year, and before he got hurt, but he was just bad last year. And I remember, they're like, all right, the Carolina game is like your sell window because he's going to have a good game. And it was like 200, 280 yards with 2 touchdowns. It's like, okay, that's it. Like, he just average right now. He's on the decline.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Truthfully, I don't even remember him playing last year. I know he did. I just can't remember ever seeing him. So the games he did play weren't fantasy relevant.
He was bad. He was like QB3 last year. He was bad.
Yeah. CJ Stroud.
Below average. That's a terrible receiving room. I'm not touching him in any redraft format whatsoever.
Dalton Schultz going to lead the team in targets.
Yeah, no gracias.
Yeah. Tua.
Good.
If you knew he was healthy, do you have him higher or no?
No, I mean, doesn't offer the rushing upside that the other guys have, but he does have more upside than we thought. We saw it last year in some of the games. He had a couple top 5 finishes, so I think he's good, but we still need to see it. But he could be great.
Not that we really reorder within the tiers, but if you had to reorder this middle tier, one sec, is that something like you thinking these 4 here are the top and these 4 are the bottom, or do you just have them all in the same range for the green tier?
Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields upside, you got to go with, the rushing upside there, but yeah, that's pretty much how I would have it. Daniel Jones, he offers rushing upside, but he doesn't have the weapons. Goff, should be pretty solid this year. The Jameson Williams, that stinks.
Yeah. Then you got Cousins and Rodgers are just not exciting. Tua has the upside. Geno had some good games. Dak has some upside, but it's the high and low end of the good tier either way. Ryan Tannehill.
Below average.
Yeah.
In a really bad situation.
I don't think he makes it through the season still the starting quarterback, but
probably not.
Deshaun Watson.
We'll say good. I can't move him to great because we haven't really seen him play great football in a long time. But They got some decent weapons around him. I think this year he'll gets the offseason to get adjusted. I think he'll be all right.
Russell Wilson.
Ugh. In Sean Payton, we trust. Put me in the good territory, but he's definitely at the far end of that.
And finally, Bryce Young.
Below average. Another crappy situation and a rookie quarterback.
See, and looking here, this is why in like a Scott Fishbowl or a Superflex league, I want a 2, 4, 6 top 7 pick, because once you hit 7, I guess Justin Fields isn't so bad at 8, but once you hit 8, there is a mess of quarterbacks where if you don't get one of the top 8, you're not there. There's 8 QB1s and there's 25 QB2s from the looks of it, is what I would say. So you really want one of the elite 8 and then to pair one of these guys, because I'm not sure I like the outlook if I've got to start 2 of these guys in my super flex.
Yeah, I mean, especially in something where it's got like a adjusted scoring. That's but yeah, you want one of those top guys, and realistically, you want an elite option or a great option combined with a good option. I really am not interested in anybody in that average to below average territory.
I think I'd give Carr a shot if I had to. But aside from and Richardson, if you want an upside play, so I think I take Carr and Richardson out of the average, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably. I mean, like Brock Purdy's not going to lose you the week. He's not going to win you the week. But that, like I said, he was pretty consistently like QB 15, 16, but it was like 202, copy and paste. With those good guys, I mean, like you said it, there's not 12 QB1s. There's not 12 wide receiver ones. But there's such a big drop off when you go from Lamar Jackson even to Fields and Prescott. Fields' situation looks better, but I mean, those good and elite guys are going to get about 5,000 all-purpose yards and 35 plus touchdowns.
Yeah.
Monster numbers.
So to recap here, the elite tier, we have Josh Allen, Hurts, and Mahomes. The great tier is Burrow, Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and Lamar Jackson. Good, we have Fields, Dak, Geno, Tua, Cousins, Goff, Daniel Jones, Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. Averages Carr, Jimmy G, Lance, Love, Pickett, Purdy, Richardson, Ritter, and Stafford. Below average, we have Levis, Mac Jones, Kyler, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Ryan Tannehill. And the bad, we have Jacoby Brissett, Sam Howell, and Baker Mayfield. So, yeah, it's kind of what I expected. There are a top 7 or top 8, and then a huge mix of quarterbacks that you probably don't want as your QB1. So, it's going to be an interesting year. Anything else there that you really notice that stands out to you?
No, I mean, I could probably move some of those below average guys to bad, to be honest. It's a rough group, and imagine if I'm playing in any type of redraft league and I have Jacoby Brissett and Ryan Tannehill going against you of Joe Burrow and Kirk Cousins or Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Like, you would just dominate me.
Yeah, but even like I said, like if you're the team that gets Josh Allen and then you scoop up Cousins, so you got Josh Allen and Cousins over a guy who's starting Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Pickett. Like if you can get one of the top 7 here, even 8 if you throw in Fields, it's huge this year. I think the late round QB is going to shift really quickly this year. And well, I've already seen it. All the drafts I'm doing, instead of one quarterback going in the second or third round, you're seeing all 3 of the top guys gone one after another. Right when the first one goes off the board, the next 3 are gone, or the next 2 are gone. And then these 4 are gone the round right after. That's single QB, obvious. In Superflex, everything Fields and up is gone by pick 10. So
yeah, for sure.
It's definitely not a year you want to miss out on the difference makers, because they are exactly that. All right, Dave, you want to take another shot here? Tell everyone where they can find your work.
Hey, follow me at sportsgamblingpodcast.com or SGPN Fantasy for our YouTube or our podcast, and then at Dynasty Dorks on TikTok.
Once again, I am Aaron St. Dennis, the FF Mad Scientist. This has been my tiers on the redraft quarterback situation with Dave Heilman. Thanks again, Dave, for joining me. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Take care. Have a good night.